If you've been watching the markets this year, you might think not much has changed. US stocks are ticking along, headlines are noisier as ever, and everybody's still talking about the S&P 500. But under the surface, there's something far more interesting happening, and you, as a South African investor, need to pay attention. Emerging market currencies, shares, and even precious metals have started 2026 in an absolute storm. And this is being driven by a quiet, meaningful shift on how global investors are driving their money. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what's not being said in the news. Hi, my name is Yolanda. I'm a fit and proper South African financial advisor, and I'm the founder of this platform, Financially Fabulous Females. It is my goal on this platform to give you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to manage money well, to live abundantly, and to build generational wealth. I'm also the director of Solomon Wealth Management. We are a boutique wealth management firm based in Durban, South Africa, where we help South Africans all across the country and expat South Africans across the globe get their money right. If you want me to help you with your money and get your finances right, click the link in the description where you're watching this video and you can book yourself a complimentary appointment. So let's start with the numbers. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index is up 7% this year. At the time of recording this video, it's the end of January. And if we compare this to the S&P 500, it's sitting about 1% up. So that's about 5 weeks of consecutive gains for emerging markets. It's the longest streak since mid-2025. And this rally isn't narrow, it's very broad. It's global and it's supported by real capital flows. So real money is flowing into these assets. And I would think is the biggest driver is the US dollar. Now, the ongoing tensions between the United States and Europe, politically, economically, and strategically, are weighing in on the dollar. And it's forcing investors to rethink concentration risk. Not panic, not sell everything at a whim, but it's forcing investors to reassess their risk positions. Now, a good example here is China. For the first time in 2 years, the Chinese central bank for the first time set the currency's reference rate stronger than 7 to the dollar. What this basically means is the Chinese are comfortable with a stronger dollar. Previously, that wasn't the case. They like to devalue their currency to help with exports because remember, China is the manufacturing center of the world. But now they're comfortable with a stronger currency. When major economies actively stop suppressing their currencies, it tends to re-energize global diversification flows. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. And on the share side, we see that Asian companies are doing the heavy lifting on the tech side. Think semiconductors, hardware manufacturers, and companies sitting at the center of this whole AI revolution that we're currently experiencing. While the US dominates from an AI software perspective, a large part of the hardware side sits with Asian emerging markets. Think about chips, components, semiconductors. But this rally isn't just about Asian emerging markets here. In South Africa, the equity market is heading for its third week of gain, helped by stronger global sentiment and a powerful move in gold, hitting over $5,000 an ounce. Not just gold, we also see silver hit its highest. It's reached over $100 an ounce. In Latin America, things are catching up as well. The MSCI Latin American Emerging Markets Index just closed at its highest level since 2018. And this was driven by higher fiscal discipline by the South American countries. Javier, we see you. Political shifts and central banks taking early action on inflation. Even emerging Europe, the Eastern European bloc, the Middle East, and Africa have risen almost every day for the last 7 days or so. The bigger theme pulling all this information together here is diversification. So recent geopolitical tensions, think Greenland, think Iran, think Venezuela, have sort of reset the US dollar's long-term role in a global perspective. And that's pushing global investors to spread their risk, not be heavily concentrated in the United States. I'd like to think of it as quiet quitting, where investors are silently dumping US bonds specifically and heading over to emerging markets, and not just Asia, but other parts of the globe as well. And you're seeing the shift in currencies. It's not that just the rand that's strengthening here. You're also seeing it in commodities, gold, silver, even platinum soaring. The Brazilian real is up more than 3%. The Chilean and Colombian peso up over 3% in 2026 so far. And at the same time, central banks are piling on the gold. The National Bank of Poland is reportedly the world's largest buyer of gold. And it's just approved plans to buy another 150 tons. So that's not speculation from Poland. That's a big institutional investor diversifying very quietly away from the dollar and backing gold. And ETF flows are basically sealing the story here for this quiet quitting of the dollar and moving into commodities and emerging markets. The iShares Cause Emerging Markets ETF. It's currently sitting at a value of $135 billion. In January alone, this fund has attracted $6.5 billion in flows. And if that continues, it's going to be the largest flow since the fund started in 2012. This is not just hype, it's global capital that's reallocating. This video is sponsored by Brockstock. Although this is a sponsored video, I have full creative control. All research, all opinions are my own. And although I am a fit and proper South African financial advisor, the content of this video is not financial advice. This is financial education. If you'd like financial advice, please speak to your financial advisor. If you do not have a financial advisor, I would be happy to help you. Click the link where you're watching this video, and I will gladly sit with you one-on-one to discuss the emerging market diversification and how it impacts your portfolio. So South African investors should really start thinking about diversification and not just pick between South Africa, USD, or Europe. Think outside, across all regions, across all currencies, across all asset classes. The challenge is not access. The challenge is intent. What are you intent on doing with your money? It can't just be about one index. Brockstock makes diversification pretty simple. Just click the link where you're watching this video or scan the code on your screen where you can download the app and start your diversification journey. If you don't know what to pick, I'd be happy to help you with financial advice. Just click the link where you're watching this video to chat with me one-on-one. Now, if diversification is something that you have been considering in 2026, this is worth exploring. So what's the key takeaway from this video? One, the US isn't crashing. It's not the end of the US markets. It's not fear. It's measured global rebalancing. Emerging markets are benefiting from stronger growth, better policy discipline, AI-driven demand, and a renewed focus on diversification. And for investors, especially outside of the US, this creates great opportunity, well beyond the usual headlines that you might not be hearing from your regular news reporter. If you would like me to specifically break this down for you and how it impacts your portfolio, click the link where you're watching this video and book a complimentary appointment.